Well, hello again, Crosby Nation. It's Mr. Stivers. This is going to be the last video you see of me, okay? I know you're tired of videos and Google Meets and all that, so finish strong, okay? Speaking of which, we just want to recap a bit about our year together. We know it's been a long year, and we're going to ask you to sit in front of a screen and do something, but this is more than just a form we want you to fill out. I want to start big picture with you. This has been a goal we've been working towards. So your voice, as you fill this out, truly does matter. We want you to be honest. We want you to be reflective. We want you to take your time with it. So what is it? It is a comprehensive school survey that we do annually. And when we think again about where we started to where we're at, we as a Crosby community have made it a goal to work towards a stronger sense of belonging in our school community. So I just want to recap with you about how this year has gone, share a lot of highlights of how we've made some strides, and then towards the tail end of this video, I'm going to show you how to fill out this Google form, okay? All right, so back in September when we were doing strictly virtual, we realized that this NTI experience was going to be lingering longer than we anticipated. So what we did was we were one of the first schools to launch virtual clubs. We said, hey, we want our students to belong to Crosby Middle School, why wait? So we launched over 25 clubs with sponsors featuring everything from anime to mindfulness to baking to cooking, and we had over 400 students involved in those between Monday all the way to Friday. And even since we've returned since hybrid, we still offered a lot of those clubs virtually on Wednesdays for you. So we are so excited about that opportunity. That's not only going to be something we've done this year, but we're going to think about for next year. And when we think about students that maybe don't have the option to stay after school to be involved in a hands-on, in-person club, we hope to and anticipate to create virtual clubs as well. So side note, one of our most popular clubs ended up being baking, and the student feedback was just phenomenal about students who were baking at home with their families, baking for neighbors to just show acts of kindness. So kudos to Miss Helm and all of our baking club students. I think that a recipe book is in the making right now, so be looking for that virtually for all of our Crosby community. That was just awesome. Another thing that we launched at the end of NTI 1.0 coming into 2.0 was our Crosby Live Talent Shows. And that feedback came from students when we thought about how can we make online learning more meaningful and students can express their creativity and their voices be heard. So that was phenomenal. We did 4 seasons worth, if you didn't know. And we had 4 special editions, everything from a staff talent show to Crosby Wide to Future Cougars to All In All the Time. And it was awesome. So if you have yet to view those, you are welcome to. It's on our Crosby Band YouTube channel. There's actually a playlist that even says Crosby Live Talent Show. So go back and view those. But we had students participate, express their creativity, and we just loved it to celebrate you. That is another thing we're going to continue a tradition of. It may look a little different next school year, but our goal is that we're going to start maybe being able to do these in person. Okay? So stay tuned with that for next year as well. Something that we started this year, we're going to continue as a part of our Crosby DNA, is to do our team times. Our team times have booked in from a Monday all the way to a Friday, and that makes our Crosby Big population feel smaller in a good way, where our student voices are heard on a team level, grade level, where you get to be honest and vulnerable with your classmates and your teachers, and you can talk about life, the non-academics, the things that are about our social, emotional well-being, our mental health. And that's going to continue, students, and it's going to look very different, but in a good way different, where we're digging deeper. We're maybe creating some school-wide culture that's going to be really cool with some things in the works, where there's going to be a Cougar Cup next year that is going to be highly sought after and competitive amongst teams and make your teachers want to work harder for you as well. So in addition to those team times, we've had guest artists and other famous people like Peyton Siva, Justin Cornwell, Monique Brooks, Teddy Abrams. I mean, we've done a lot of things where we've invited community speakers and figures that matter to us to speak some heart into what we do as a school community. And we look forward to collaborating more with famous people like that as well. In case you students did not know, we also launched a sense of belonging thing, a video campaign that revolved around our data. And our data is right on track with about national trending, and it's where 70% of our students felt like they belong, and about 30% saying, I strongly feel like I do not belong. And we took that data to heart. We have made it an effort for 100% of our voices to be heard, because we are about 100% at Crosby Middle School. So in case you didn't watch that video, you can find that on our Crosby Band YouTube channel as well, and just type in sense of belonging, and there it is. Since then, we have initiated many conversations. We even created a Google Classroom space that was for those students to where they can connect with a teacher, a counselor, to talk about how they feel like they don't belong and how we can get better. So again, that is something that's not going away. We're going to continue to get stronger at that because we are about 100%. And lastly, our student hub. Shout out to Mr. Carter for creating a one space where we can go to navigate if we have needs, if we need to communicate with teachers, if we have questions about what the schedule looks like, you name it. But our counselor corner has been a hot link for students to go to if they have needs at home that are not being met, or if there is a concern with the hybrid schedule or in-person or virtual, that they just need someone at Crosby to reach out to them and support. So that is continuing, and we are only going to get better as a school community. So those are things we've had in place since August to now, and we want your voice to be heard through this comprehensive school survey. This is something that all JCPS students get to do, that all parents get to do, that all teachers get to do, so schools can get better. So here it is. In the comments of this video is a direct link, so you don't have to go fish for it. And what you need to do is click that. And when you click the link, here's what it comes up as right here. Do you see that? JCPS, and the CSS stands for Comprehensive School Survey, Middle School Student Survey for 2021. So here's some of the categories. We have our student characteristics, and that just gets to know you. We also want to know, make sure you click Crosby Middle School as your option after you do, are you in person or hybrid, okay? And then I'm a student at, and you would scroll down, make sure you click Crosby Middle School. So all those other demographics are up for you to answer with. We talk about our school culture right here as a category. I learn interesting and useful things at school. Do you strongly agree, disagree, strongly disagree, or prefer not to answer? So again, we hope that we've established this norm where you can be honest and vulnerable with us, because that's only how we're going to get better. So these questions speak for themselves. I don't have to go over this with you, but as you look, there are roughly 12 questions about our school aspect. Then it breaks down into a category of your home and community, where we can know at Crosby how you're doing there. Pay attention to each question. Don't click strongly agree on each of these, because some of them may be the opposite of what you think, okay? So NTI experience, we realized that was difficult. We would like to know how we did. And there are 8 questions about NTI, and here's the one that matters most, the comments. These are going to be things that, once again, we take to heart. We read every single answer, response. We break down into categories of how we, as a staff, can reach those needs and your voices be heard. So again, we are optimistic that our data is going to look a lot stronger, where we're moving from 30% saying they don't belong to maybe 20% or less, because we want 100% of our students to feel like they belong. So if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. Again, my email is joseph.stivers@jefferson.kyschools.us. And remember, students at Crosby, we are all in all the time, because Crosby is the place to be. So take care, and hey, summer's almost here, so finish strong. See you guys.